Pardon me. Would you like some grapefruit pond? Why, of course. Hi, everybody. We are live today. I'm Maggie, UMD, functional and holistic medicine physician. We're live today, and we're going to talk about, I am prepping for Thanksgiving right now at my house, and I want to share with you what my hero dish is for Thanksgiving. And it's a hero for a reason, and so many reasons. So I can't wait to dig in. Here we go, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the Road to Food Freedom Week. And yes, it is Thanksgiving Day. And since I'm preparing for Thanksgiving anyway, I figured I was just going to show you guys how easy it is to prepare my hero dish for Thanksgiving. And this whole week, we've been talking about why food freedom is really important. I would love, I know some of you guys are watching, if you can chime in chat. Because today, just like every single day this week, we have been giving away, raffling at the end of the show, a golden balance, which, by the way, is the doorbuster over at MYMD shop, where today's deal is actually 20% off all gut-related supplements. But this is the doorbuster over there at MYMD shop. And for every comment you put in chat, you're going to be entered to a drawing for this. Tyler won yesterday, and Monday we had Leslie who won. Thank you, Leslie and Tyler, for blowing me up in the comments. Olympia, what country are you watching from, Olympia? Is it Croatia? Happy Thanksgiving. And I have a feeling our international viewership will be higher up today because a lot of people in the U.S. are watching from busy preparing their Thanksgiving meal and their family gathering, right? So a couple of things before we get started, which is, this week we went over Monday about how important, why elimination diet is the worst way to actually try to figure out exactly how food can actually help heal your body, right? And second day, Tuesday, we went over why data was really critically important. Getting the right testing done, knowing what it is and what it isn't in the food is really important for clarity. Wednesday, I was in the kitchen yesterday making pumpkin pie. If you missed my pumpkin pie, you missed my pumpkin pie. You better watch it on YouTube. That was the best pumpkin pie I have ever made. And it was all gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan. And I had my sous chef, Jonathan, with me yesterday, who helped me make the pumpkin pie so that Allie and I could actually teach the whole time with all these links. Now, if you want the recipe to what I'm going to make today, write recipe in chat, and I'm going to have my team share the recipe because I am making my hero slaw. My hero slaw is, we call it my hormone-balancing slaw. And the recipe is available. All you have to do is type recipe, and then everybody, my team in chat's gonna be posting a recipe so you can follow along. It literally is my hero recipe for the holidays because it only takes 10 minutes to make. You can also pre-make it, and I actually want you to pre-make it the day before or the morning of. It's a great one for holiday evening, and it's a great one to bring to someone's house. And as we go through the recipe, you'll understand why I love to pre-make this dish, and it only takes 10 minutes to assemble. And
just so you're aware, it's low quality.
Oh, okay. All right. Can you guys see me pretty well? I heard that either the visual or the sound is a little bit lower quality for you guys. I would love some feedback on that. That'd be great. But I'm going to keep going, everybody. So a couple of things. Number one is that this is a hero recipe because it is easy to make, 10 minutes to make, and you can pre-prep it the night before, the morning of, and you can also bring it to someone's house. So it is great to bring to a potluck as well for the holidays. And it has hero ingredients. The ingredients in here really help balance blood sugar and hormones, which are really big stressors during the holidays. So I love this slaw, and and I have a lot of variations for it. And it's been about 6 or 7 years since I've made it live. So since I'm going to be preparing it tonight for my Thanksgiving gathering at my house, I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to dig right in on what I'm going to do. I want to introduce my sous chef, Jonathan. Welcome, hon.
Hello, hello.
So Jonathan, my husband's going to be helping me out here. He's behind the scenes doing some other things, but there are going to be parts of this where he's going to be hopping in, helping me out. Hello, Nicola. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Blow me up in chat because you're going to be entered into a drawing to win golden balance at the end of this. And let's get going in. So the key to, and we're going to show the recipe really quickly, is that the vegetables in there are what are called cruciferous vegetables, meaning that they contain in them, they're low glycemic, high in fiber, which is really helpful for blood sugar and hormone balancing. And they contain bioactive compounds that actually help you break down hormones. A lot of what happens with our bodies is that we actually build up an excess hormones, and our liver and our intestines are unable to break down those hormones. And a lot of times going into holiday dinner, digestion is also a big problem.
You want to switch, get better, see if it has better quality?
No, I'm okay. Is there a problem with the screen quality?
It's just, for whatever reason, it's a low resolution on that iPad right now.
Oh, okay. If you want to try to work on switching it, we can. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to the money cam anyway. So we're going to switch right now over to the money cam, where I'm going to ingredients, which is really great. So number one, kale. I love lacinato kale. You can, in the recipe, use any kale. So if you like dinosaur kale, feel free to use the dinosaur kale. I'm totally good with that. So on this lacinato kale, I got the organic one, and you notice that this piece is a little bit, and I wish this was bigger on camera, but you can see that this is a little bit yellowish. Equal size pieces, and then that way, as I cut, I'm cutting all the pieces at once, right? So there we go. And we want bite-sized pieces, especially manually break it down, because kale leaves can be really big and they need sometimes mechanical breakdown with, either massaging it. But here, what I do is I just make sure I chop it up to bite-sized pieces, right? See that? And so that way, even the stems are tiny little pieces. Number one, dump in the kale. That's it, okay? Number two, we have cabbage, right? And I love the fact that I use both the green cabbage as well as purple cabbage. We want colors in this. It's festive, but also different colors, even if it's the same vegetable, give you different phytonutrients, which means that you're actually adding, like when you start to look at the purples, they're really good. Think about purple as in also like the purple fruits, like the blueberries, and those are really good for brain health. So why not, if you're going to be making a cabbage dish anyway, go right ahead and use the green and the purple. And I'm going to just start cutting up the green. Will we working on camera over there?
We're actually looking good right now, so we'll keep rolling.
Okay, cool. All right. And while I'm doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have my sous chef, Jonathan, over there. He's going to roast some pumpkin seeds.
Yes,
for
I am.
us. It's not in the recipe, but we are talking holiday right now. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be a topper. You can top this recipe with toasted nuts or seeds of any kind. But since it is the holiday, we're going to roast some pumpkin seeds to put on top. And he's over there, just so you guys see over there, is he's just putting some raw pumpkin seeds. And I like to always have some raw pumpkin seeds around for smoothies and things. Pumpkin seeds is really high in omega-3s. And so and high fiber, good protein, good fat. So I buy raw pumpkin seeds, organic pumpkin seeds, and I put them in my smoothies all the time. But I also toast them and use them to top salads or bowls that I make. Sometimes I roast them and I even chop it up and I'll sprinkle it on top of soup. So pumpkin seeds is a holiday favorite, year-long favorite at our house.
Yes.
So what Jonathan's going to do over there is he is on a stainless steel pan over there. And I'm just going to move it over there really quickly so he can show you guys what's going on over there. There you go. No oil needed. And all he's doing is taking the pumpkin seeds and toasting it on a stainless steel skillet. Not nonstick. Okay, I try not to use nonstick pans in general because of some of the chemicals that are and fumes that are from it. So I like stainless steel or cast iron pans. So he's over there toasting some of that. So back to the money cam over here. We are just going to finish chopping this up. And remember, bite-sized pieces. And so I'm just going to go ahead and if I was doing this and this wasn't in front of the camera, this would literally take me about less than a minute to get all these pieces chopped. Now, because when you look at cabbage and kale, these cruciferous, they're kind of on the thicker side. You want to slice it really thin. And because they actually are bigger pieces, you want to I think it's really great to actually do it the night before, because once you add the acid to this, it's going to help it break down and wilt a bit. And so we're going to put that straight into the bowl. We got the green cabbage and we got red cabbage in there. There we go. Perfect. Now, this is simple on purpose. So we got the kale, the cabbage. Now, carrots, let's make it simple. Now, here's the thing. If you want to slice your carrots, feel free. If you're going to slice your carrots, slice them super thin, like paper thin if you want to. That's possible. And so you can do it that way if you want to. I like doing it this way. I like to actually just shred them straight in. And this is really super simple to just use a, like literally a, what do you call it?
The potato peeler.
Potato peeler. Like a peeler, and just peel shreds right in there. I like the look of that, and it makes it also super fun and kind of easy to do. And you can have someone help you in the kitchen to do it. So I'm going to have sous chef Jonathan over here start to continue to, there you go. You can turn that off. We're good.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
We have an extra helper right here.
You can go over there. Oh, we have Noodle, the extra helper right here. You guys do not see him over here. Oops. There's a dog over here. Darn.
Okay.
All right. I noticed that when you toast the pumpkin seeds, they get pretty oily looking. There's a natural oil that comes from them. Look at them. They're hot, and there's a really good smell with it. And then, all right, there we go. So we've got that's plenty. That's good. Okay. If you want to do more, feel free. So we have kale, cabbage, and carrots in a large bowl. And then cilantro is last. So I love cilantro. Let's come back to me on the big screen. I love cilantro, and I cannot lie. And cilantro to me, there's a lot of benefits to cilantro. And this is cilantro, the plant. The seed itself is coriander, which has a lot of medicinal purposes, and use it in Indian cooking a lot. But cilantro is really great as a liver. It really stimulates liver. It's really a good herb for detoxification. It's actually also used for people to remove certain toxins from the body, including heavy metals. So I love cilantro. I cannot lie. However, my husband calls it the devil's lettuce.
I do. Yes.
Why do you call it the devil's lettuce?
I'm not one of those where it tastes like soap, but for me, cilantro a little bit goes such a long way. And she loves cilantro, so there tends to be a lot of it in the dish.
I think it's salad greens. Like
she does, and I think that's all I taste when I eat anything with cilantro. So I like just a little bit. I will love it. Okay, there you go. See, there it is on the money cam right now. We can head back to that. And we got our, we already got our vegetables in there, which is just kale, cabbage, and carrots. And then I just added the cilantro as last. The rest is dressing, okay? And so let's come back to me on this. Really simple. There are just 2 ingredients in the dressing. Number 1, a really good olive oil. And I love EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. Very anti-inflammatory, antiviral, delicious, great fats, right? So extra virgin olive oil. And apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, the brand I like to use is Bragg's. But I always put into one of these bottles. I have tons of these bottles in my kitchen. I notice that when I put stuff in these bottles, it makes it so that I don't have a lot of giant bottles, but it's also easy to just open the lid and just squirt. So I use it more. So I have like 6 different kind of vinegars I have, and I could. Would you like me to pull out the sampling?
I have a whole row of different vinegars, just so you know, and also cooking wines, a whole row of them underneath as well, just because I love to be able to use this as I'm doing stir fries and stuff. I just take it out. It just makes me look extra profesh, just saying. So anyway, so you have the components that you really want in a good slaw. It's going to be fat, acid, and salt. And so here's the fat, here is the acid. There are proportions there. If you look at the recipe, there is a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar to 2 tablespoons of EVOO. So for me, you can measure it out and do that way. If you actually, we're going to go back to the money cam. I'm just going to show you. I like to just do it to taste. So you could just go ahead and take the apple cider vinegar and just go ahead and put that in. You can put the extra virgin olive oil. Go ahead and put that in. Okay. And salt. Now, remember yesterday we talked a little bit about using cooking salt, which is kosher salt for me, versus finishing salt. This isn't going to be cooked. So what I like to put on is finishing salt because it tastes better. And Malden's is my favorite finishing salt. I'm going to go ahead and take that and crush that in there. And there's, if you want a little pepper in there, that's all you really need. And then you mix. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. And as we're mixing this up, can you change this and zhuzh it up any way you want? The answer is yes, to your liking, right? I'm mixing this. And don't forget, you want to taste, right? So I would go ahead and mix it up. And what you notice here is that as I mix it up, look at how beautiful these colors are, right? And I'm going to put in the pumpkin seeds too, that my sous chef, Jonathan, so lovingly put in. And I love putting in, and that's my extra holiday flair there, is to put in the pumpkin seed, the toasted pumpkin seed. I mean, isn't that beautiful? I mean, look at that, right? And really importantly, don't forget to taste.
How is it?
I think it needs more acid. I think it needs a little more salt.
Okay.
So that's what I do, is I just taste and I know. And here's the other thing. This dish gets better after about 3-4 hours. Now, let's talk about this. If you're looking at this, you're like, this is so simple. That's why it's good.
Agreed.
And that's why it's so easy. But if you're like, I want a little raw red onion in there because I like it, feel free, right? If you're like, I want a little, what are some variations with which you could add some spices to it? Because all it is salt and pepper. And I didn't have my pepper thing here. If you can get me some pepper, it'd be great.
Yes.
That's what makes it the hero dish. It's just apple cider vinegar, olive oil, salt, and pepper. And so pepper, fresh ground pepper, you got to do that. Fresh ground herbs is the way to go. I'm just saying. All right. So what are some other herbs if you wanted to put in as a variation to this? I'm going to give you a couple options here if you wanted to. Number one, cayenne pepper. If you like some spice, throw some cayenne pepper in there. Feel free, right? Other option, I'm a huge fan of tahine, Tajin. I like it. The tahine naturally has some in it, some lime flavor to it. I think it's actually really good. So I'm going to shake a little tahine in there. If you like a little more tart, feel free some tahine in there. Smoked paprika. Yeah, if you want a little bit of a smoky flair in there, you could use smoked salt or you can use smoked paprika. None of these are required. They're just optional for fun, right? And you notice in here is apple cider vinegar, but in the recipe it says apple cider vinegar or lime. If you have limes and you want to use limes, that's great. If you have lemon and you want to use lemons instead of the apple cider vinegar, feel free. I see Teresa's in chat. Teresa says, how long can it sit in the refrigerator? Overnight. Okay. It can 12 hours, even 24 hours before, not a problem. Mm-hmm. And the reason being is that kale, just so you know, and cabbage actually as a salad or as a slaw, when it gets the acid and the salt on it wilting a little bit, it brings the flavor out, just so you know. And then Brenda says, in celiac, think this is good for me, right? Totally, right? This dish, just think about this, there's nothing bad in this dish. Unless you have a allergy or sensitivity to a particular item. But think about all the dishes that we do for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. They're so sugar laden. And there's like a lot of carbohydrates in there, a lot of sugar, different things in there. So for me, like bringing this to a holiday gathering or having this as one of the side dish is really awesome because you could have turkey, you could have ham, you could have a vegan tofurkey, but then the side dish here is right next to it. People can grab as much or as little as they want. So I love the fact that it's kind of like, for me, this is like a love you hero dish to bring for the holidays. And you can dress it up as much as you want. Example being is that I toasted some pumpkin seeds on it. Can you toast walnuts on it? Yes, you can, right? Can you, the other things I love having here on my counter is just to share a little what's on my counter that I have all the time. I have almonds. Can you do toasted almonds and put on top, or not even toast them and put them right on top? Yes, you can. If you're raw vegan, you can just do regular almonds, right? Hemp hearts, right? Hemp hearts are really high in omega-3s. You don't have to do anything to them. I put in my smoothies all the time, into our overnight oats.
Yep.
and then you could throw hemp hearts right in there. I throw hemp hearts into my dog food mix.
Just a little extra nutrients, a little extra flavor.
Yeah. And then nutritional yeast. I also do nutritional yeast. Sometimes I'll throw nutritional yeast just to give it a little bit more of that slightly cheesy flavor, and it makes it a still vegan but slightly cheesy flavor with the nutritional yeast. Our dogs are getting involved now. Perfect. So comments wise, keep it going, because we're going to be doing a drawing for every one of the comments that you make. We're going to be entering you into a drawing to get one of our free golden balances. Keep that going. Now, I would love to know, what are some holiday traditions that you have for Thanksgiving? And remember, the recipe that we just did is available in the chat. So if you want to download that, download it. And it is literally less than, I think it's like 6 or 7 ingredients, and it is the hero dish for Thanksgiving. I am making this right now at about 12 o'clock noon, Thanksgiving Day. By tonight, around 5 or 6, this is going to be perfect. I just throw it in the fridge and bring it out. And that a little bit of wilting goes a long way. Are your gut products on sale? Yes, they are, Brenda.
They are.
I love it.
Actually.
Today, that's actually the deal of today. It's 8 days of holiday savings over at MYMD Shop. And today, the deal of the day is 20% off all the gut GI supplements. And we talk about digestion all the time. And Digested is our best selling product. And even in the Facebook group, someone was asking about gallbladder and digestion today. The number one product that I recommend for anybody and everybody would be Digested. And it is a multiphasic digestive enzyme. And it covers every phase of digestion, which people don't realize that many of the different phases can be broken. And it brings up a point here too, for me, why this particular dish is a digestion loving dish. Okay. Let's pull it back to digestion. And yes, all the GI products are on sale today. What you want to do is the fact that the high fiber content in here.
The Money Shop?
Oh yeah. The high fiber content in this dish actually, come back to me.
Okay.
Yeah. The high fiber content in the dish actually helps. Fiber feeds the good bacteria in your large intestine, which helps the final step of digestion. And that's called fermentation. And fermentation is that where toxins are broken down, and so are hormones, excess hormones. So I love this dish in that it really helps feed digestion. But the other part of this is the high acid in the dish. So apple cider vinegar, lemon, or limes are really good pre-digestion already in the dish. So you're consuming something that already has digestion support in there. So to me, this is a hero digestion dish as well. And I'm cutting it up into all these tiny little pieces. A lot of times we don't realize that mechanical chewing and breaking our food into smaller pieces is actually a really critical first step of digestion before it even hits your stomach. There you go. What holidays traditions are there in your house? I would love to know. Teresa says Digested works well. It is the number one selling product in the store, Teresa, and it's the most bought and rebought. And if anybody wants dosing, like what's a good starting dosage, Digested is 1 with small meals and 2 with big meals. It's a good place to start. And then based on symptoms and response, then and working with us, we troubleshoot further with it. That's a good starting point. We also have a Digested chewable for people who can't swallow or children. So same instructions for children as Digested chewable, 1 with small meals, 2 with big meals.
Yes, and I've noticed an improvement just taking that every day. Help, regular and just break down all the stuff. I mean, we're eating really healthy with this kale, but all that cilantro kind of gets stuck. So
devil's lettuce.
Yeah, the devil's lettuce gets stuck. So I have the Digested help.
I want to share right now, though, what's over here in my Instapot on this side. Hint, hint. So a tradition, and as you guys are sharing some of your holiday traditions, to give me 1 or 2 dishes that are holiday traditions for your family or has been in the past.
Yes, because we had a special request for this today.
We have a special request. Super fan Joe in our family requested, as we do every year, we make a mulled wine, which you can make a non-alcoholic version, which is mulled hot apple cider. And the recipe is essentially the same. It's just the base is different. And so depending on, because the request was for mulled wine, so we made mulled wine this year. And mulled wine for me, and I'm going to just tell you, everything I'm going to say for mulled apple cider is exactly the recipe is the same, except that the base is different. Okay.
Yes.
So the holiday, I call it the Marry Me mulled wine.
That's why I did.
And his family loves it. I love it because it's slow cooked over there on the slow cooker, where a lot of the alcohol actually burns out, but it marries a lot of flavors together. And it's just people ladle it into a little mug. This is like a whole evening thing. People can ladle into their mug, which I love, right? I love big mugs, and big mugs don't lie, but I also like small mugs for mulled wine. Because you keep going back over.
Correct. It lasts a lot longer with the small mug. It goes too quickly otherwise.
For a mulled wine, I love little mugs. But anyway, and you could then do a little pinky thing like this with it. Anyway, what mulled wine is any sort of red wine. You don't have to spend a lot of money in it, or you could even cheat and use the Costco sangria mix. And you just put it into the hot pot. These are the herbs that go into it. What are the accoutrements that you put into it? You want to put some fruit into it. Good fruit that goes into it. Citrus peel. I love taking literally just cutting off, literally taking the lemon like this.
You could use the.
You could just cut off, literally just cut off the edge of this and put it in. Oh my God, it smells so good. We're gonna put some of that in there.
You know, cut some more and put it in.
Yeah, you could do this with orange or lemon. And you could just throw it right into the mulled wine mix. It gets the aromatics, right? So orange, how many of you guys love essential oil bergamot, right? That smell is so good. Well, in orange peel, lemon peel, that's, oh my gosh, it's just intoxicating. Anyway, so you put the wine in there, you put some aromatic peel in there, like the citrus peel in there. I put fruit in there. And apple, I think, is a really great fruit to put in there. Sliced apples. You can put in oranges if you want to. I had some organic blueberries that were frozen from Costco, so I went ahead and put some in there. You don't need a lot, just maybe 2 handfuls of fruit for a whole thing of the Instapot. And then herbs. So with the herbs, what I love is the aromatics. So there's this whole organic, I put 1 stick of organic cinnamon in there. The star of the mulled wine is star anise.
I appreciate the play on words.
I know. But,
pun intended.
Have you guys ever smelled the star anise?
I mean, one of my favorites.
I mean, what does it remind you of?
It's black licorice.
It smells just like licorice.
Yes.
Okay. But oh my God, you put that in there. I put 2 in there. And just thank me later, right? So cinnamon stick, a couple star anise. I think you could consider cloves. You got to put some cloves in there. Whole cloves. Throw a teaspoon of whole cloves in there. Oh, thank me later. But before you serve it, though, yes, and hell yes, you gotta do the.
Her favorite thing ever: some fresh grated nutmeg.
Can you do that again?
Would you like me to do that?
Can you bring the grater?
Or would you like me to grate it too?
Right here. Right
on the slaw.
All right. So I mean, I'm just telling you, I just love the sound.
We're gonna need the money shot back up
of nutmeg, and I cannot lie. And so you could actually even put nutmeg to put a holiday spin on this hero slaw. Because I just love the smell of it. Why not? And why aren't we using nutmeg grated on any sort of salad dressing either? Right? Even if you're doing a green bean casserole, or you're doing a sweet potato casserole, please finish it off with some nutmeg on it, because it smells so darn good, right? And here Teresa said, I've never had mulled cider, but we love apple cider vinegar. Yeah, you could take apple cider and put it into the slow cooker and do the exact same thing. So you heat up apple cider, you throw in the cinnamon stick, the star anise, the cloves in there, the aromatics, right? You put in the citrus peel in there, and then you could put in some other fruit in there as well if you wanted to. You could put in some blueberries in there, so it's like a blueberry mulled apple cider. Ooh, that sounds really good. So you could do an alcoholic version or a non-alcoholic version, depending on different people in your family who are going to partake or not partake in alcohol. But it's just a fun way to get a warm, festive, and full of warming herbs in here. So there we go. I'm sharing 2 of my hero holiday traditions that are in our family. And let's take a look here. I know that we are going to be running our drawing right now, and I'm going to end this early now so that we can get back to enjoying Thanksgiving. So we're going to be running our drawing. Every single comment here has been entered into a drawing. And so we're going to draw today for who's the winner chicken dinner, turkey dinner of Golden Balance.
Slaw dinner. Well, slaw side.
Our hero slaw side. And the winner is Teresa Pulling Roberts. Teresa, you're the lucky winner today of Golden Balance. Our team will be reaching out to you and getting your information, getting this out to you. Congratulations. And a couple things. Just want to let you guys know is that this culminates our week for the Road to Food Freedom for the lives for the rest of this week. And wanted to remind you that our food mapping masterclass, where you guys work with me and our medical and nutrition team on getting the right data, digestion support, and results for any of your food trauma to freedom. It's in our program, My Food Mapping Masterclass. And this entire week, just so you know, it's $300 off the program. And it's the first time that we have offered that. So I'm excited that we're offering this as a holiday bonus. And I'm going to be seeing and working with so many of you guys in the next couple of weeks on My Food Mapping Masterclass. I want to thank all of you that already have signed up. I'm looking forward to getting you your data, your education, and your results and outcome in My Food Mapping Masterclass. And that being said, I also want to put a link. If some of you want to talk to us and find out, do I need help on my hormones? Is it food? Is it my POTS, mast cell, IBS? What program, what journey do I need to work with you on? We're going to put a link in chat for you to book a call with our team next week so you can talk to us. We have put in extra time next week because we did take a couple days off for the holidays this week. So we have a link to our calendar so you could chat with a member of our team live so we can do a health assessment for you and figure out how we can help you. And that is a wrap, everybody. So did I miss anything?
I do not believe you did. I do want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We wish you all a happy holiday and a happy Thanksgiving.
Bye, everybody. That's a wrap.
Bye.
Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.